Take two. Good morning, Firebird family. This morning we're going to be cooking potato pancakes. I made purple potatoes for Easter dinner for my wife, and this is the leftover. So what I did was I grated those, and then once I got them done, I put them in a paper towel and then squoze them real tight in the paper towel to try to get out the moisture. And that's why they kind of look like Play-Doh. So anyway, those are done. So now what we need is a little bit of onion. So I'm just gonna just grate up some onion here real quick. Hope you're all doing well. One of the things that I noticed over the last couple days with my schedule change is I noticed that I have been slipping on my hydration. I have been drinking, but I've not been paying attention to it and being intentional about it. Remember that being dehydrated makes you tired and lethargic and headache and stomach. So what you want to do is you make sure that you're, whoa, did you see that? We just had an avalanche of sunflower grains behind me. But anyway, yeah, you want to be able to make sure that you are staying hydrated. You know, if you're feeling crappy, it could just be because you're dehydrated. So be intentional about that. As an assignment? No, just because it's good living. Good living enables you to want to go and have adventures. You want to get up and do something fun and interesting. So, I have mutilated this onion, and I think that's probably going to be enough. We'll set that aside, and we're going to put the onion, actually I'm going to do the same thing with the onion. So I'm trying to keep the moisture out, and so I'm going to try to get rid of some of this moisture in the onion before I mix it in. Miss Fine the other day was giving me grief because I grew up using Spam, and so I grew up in a house with a single mom, and there was always challenges when it came to being creative with food. And so one of the things that you can post is what's the most creative thing that you've made. And my brother gets the win on this because he made a mustard and jelly sandwich one time. So I'm super excited about making these pancakes this morning, right? And I look up the recipe, and it turns out that you need egg, and I forgot to get egg. So anyway, here we go. We're going to put all of our potatoes and onions in a bowl. And then, secret weapon, bananas. Now apparently you can also use applesauce, but I'm going to try bananas today. The banana is used to kind of hold the things together, and so I got my ham going to town here. Let me turn that real quick. So we made ham and potatoes for Easter dinner, and so we're trying to learn how to use our food effectively. So we're going to go ahead and mix that in, kind of mush it all up. You know, I have really enjoyed cooking for my wife during her convalescence. You like that word, Mayor? She's in a convalescence home. Anyway, I really enjoy doing this, and you know what? I'm right-brained, hands-on, and it's been fun, and it's therapeutic. This morning when I was grating the potatoes, I was doing Yoga Dan's breathing, you know, trying to find times when you can do your relaxation breathing, and I'm more and more, I'm finding myself doing box breathing. All right, I put a sprinkle of flour in here and just kind of mix it in. You want to try to get all your ingredients ready because it is messy. So anyway, it has been a challenging time. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you're getting out and having some adventures. In order to have those adventures, you got to take care of yourself, right? I'm rambling. All right. It feels too wet still, so I'm going to add some more flour. Now, I've got on the stove a pan with some oil in it. I've got that preheated. And we're going to drop these in here in a minute. They're getting there. Okay, so while I'm working on this, you can see behind me that huge pile of microgreen sunflowers. They are fresh out the chamber, and they are for you. Who wants some microgreens? They are delish. They are good by themselves just as a snack, and I am missing you. And so first persons to request some microgreens, I will personally deliver them to you, and I will throw them out of the car in a bag. All right, I'm gonna take a risk on that. So I gotta move my camera, so let me just wash my hands real quick. That was me almost killing myself. I accidentally dripped some water in a pan of hot oil. So there's a good tip. All right. So, what do you think? Let's try it. So it says to make like a little meatball. So there's our meatball. Okay. So there's still a little bit too much water in the potatoes. So I am gingerly putting them in the oil. We'll see how this goes. And they're sticking. It says to press them down. It says to press them down about the size of a ½ inch. And no, my wife asked if I put too much oil in. I don't normally cook with this much oil, but that's what the recipe called for. So I think we're just having some combat between the moisture that's still in the potatoes. But there we go. We got them all flattened down, and we're using an olive oil here. We'll lower this down a little bit. All right, so I'll probably cut this part out. So I'll what story should I tell from my childhood or cooking? Oh, here's a good one. One time I was in charge of cooking a pig for a soccer team event. And so we got like a 300-pound hog. I bought rented a huge propane oven, roaster. Got it all set up, all squared away. And I had to start it at 2 in the morning. So I go to load the pig in, and I realized the pig is too big to fit in the roaster. So I had to go over to my buddy Dan's house. And I felt bad, but it was a pinch. And got a reciprocating saw, big saw, and then with floodlights in my backyard, I'm cutting this pig's head off. It looked like, I don't know, it was. So, but got it in the roaster, and it's cooking. Everything's going well. Well, the fat catches on fire, and I go to open the lid, and all that oxygen in the fat sent a 75-foot tall fireball out of the roaster. Burned the whole tree all the way up. I had a little squirt bottle trying to put it out, and but it was pretty good. It seared the meat, and that was an adventure. Okay, I'm interested to know what you like to cook. What are you best at? What are you best at cooking? So, let me know. All right, let's take a peek. It says don't turn them until they're crispy brown on the bottom. Oh, baby. Be very careful. I think one of the most important things about being at home so much and cooking and cleaning is you got to kind of clean as you go. And you got to really clean stuff up because food poisoning is rampant. Using proper health techniques for keeping things clean is just super, super important. So you're just constantly wiping things down, disinfecting things is really super important. And when you do it, who's responsible for cleaning their house? When you do it, man, it's super important. And fresh food can be expensive. And so one of the things to think about is if you take your time and plan, you can really eat healthy food for inexpensive. And so, and even if you get frozen, there's just a ton of health benefits to not eating processed food. And I'm not trying to get you to not, to stop all that, because I do eat some processed food. So, but but if you plan, and then it really has to do with you having the strength and energy to do it. It's an extra job. And if you're a single parent and you're trying to do this, man, it is so hard. My hat's off to our single parents. It's just so much to do, but it's worth it. Healthy food, and so anyway, we are blotting some of the oil out of these potato pancakes. And we've got the ham coming here in a second. Just a slight hint of banana. Crunchy potato, crunchy ham, not bad. All right, my family, enjoy your day. Do something creative, have an adventure, take care of yourself, believe in yourself. I do. I believe in you. I believe in me, but I believe in you. You know what I mean. Have a great day.